The aliens moved slowly toward the food. Bora was looking at some colorful fruits when she saw a human put something brown and hot into their mouth. The smell reached her nose and she felt sick inside. "Is that dead animal?" she whispered. To Tay, the captain turned pale yellow. "They're eating your meat." Around the room, other aliens were noticing too. Many stepped away from the humans. One young alien fell to the floor in shock. "What's wrong?" Ambassador Kim asked, looking worried. "You eat other animals," Bora managed to say. Kim looked confused. "Yes, humans eat plants and meat. Is that bad?" The alien's translator tried to find the right words. In the Galactic Union, eating animals with brains was seen as very wrong, something that only monsters did. Captain Tay spoke stiffly to Kim. "We need to stop this meeting and talk to our leaders." Back on their ship, emergency messages flew across space. Videos of humans cooking meat spread through the galaxy, causing fear everywhere. While the others talked about keeping humans away, from the rest of the galaxy, Bora felt strangely interested. How could smart, seemingly kind beings eat other animals? Despite warnings from her friends, she asked if she could stay and learn more about these strange humans. She needed to know if humans were dangerous or just different. "Their teeth," said Tay, showing Bora images from the meeting. "Look at their teeth." Bora studied the pictures. Humans had flat teeth for plants, but also sharp teeth for tearing meat. "They are meat eaters and plant eaters both," she said. "That's even stranger," Tay replied. "In all our years of space travel, we've never found smart beings who eat meat. The meat eaters we've found are all simple animals, driven only by hunger." "Perhaps that's why humans are different," Bora said. "They built spaceships and art and music, but they still eat meat. I need to understand how." That night, as the Union ship stayed in Earth orbit, Bora watched more videos about humans. They showed humans hunting animals with tools, cooking the meat, sharing food in groups. But the same video showed humans helping each other, caring for their young, even saving hurt animals. How can they be both, she wondered. The next morning, she found Captain Tay sending a message to the Union. "What are you telling them?" She asked. "The truth," he said, "that we've found meat eaters who can think. The Council needs to decide if they are too dangerous to join us." "But we don't know that yet," Bora said. "We've only just met them." "That's why I'm also telling them you wish to stay and study humans more closely." Bora's eyes widened. "You're supporting my request." Tay's skin changed to a thoughtful blue color. "I don't understand these humans, but you're right. We need to learn more before we decide." Later that day, Bora met with Ambassador Kim to explain the situation. "So your people are afraid of us because we eat meat?" Kim asked. "Yes," Bora said simply. "In our experience, only mindless beasts eat other animals. We don't understand how beings who eat meat could build starships or care about others." Kim smiled sadly. "We have a long, complicated history with eating meat. Many humans choose not to eat animals for moral reasons. Others feel it's natural for us." "That's what I want to study," Bora said. "If the Council allows it, I would like to stay on Earth and learn about humans, even though we frighten you," Kim asked. "Because you frighten us," Bora answered. "Fear comes from not understanding. I want to understand." 2 days later, most of the Union ship left Earth orbit, carrying worried reports back to the Galactic Council. But Bora stayed behind with a small research team. As she watched Earth growing larger through the window of their landing craft, she wondered what she would find among these meat-eating starfarers. Claude, a critical reminder: if you draw on content from any of your web searches to write this story, you must provide appropriate source citations. Use tags around any specific claim or information drawn from search results, following the citation instructions carefully. 3 months had passed since Bora began her study of humans at Seoul City University. She sat in a bright room filled with screens showing human history. Her small team of alien researchers worked quietly nearby. "May I come in?" Professor Do stood at the door. He was a human expert in animal behavior who had been helping Bora understand his people. "Please do," Bora said, her translator changing her whistling speech into human words. "I was just watching videos of early humans." Professor Do looked at the screens showing humans with spears hunting large animals. "Our hunting past still makes your people uncomfortable, doesn't it?" Yes, Bora admitted. In our galaxy, species that eat meat never develop high thinking. They stay as simple hunters, ruled by hunger. Professor Du sat down next to her. But humans broke that pattern somehow. That's what I want to understand, Bora said. She showed him her notes. For 3 months she had studied human history, watched their movies, read their books, and talked with many people. The more she learned, the more confused she became. Your people hunted and killed to eat, she said. But you also made beautiful art, music, and stories. You fight wars but work to save dying animals. You eat meat but cry over sad movies. We contain many opposites, Professor Doe agreed. That afternoon, Bora followed Professor Doe to the university food hall. She watched humans eating both plants and meat, talking and laughing together. I have a new test today, she told him. May soon. I scan your brain while you look at different pictures. Professor Du agreed. Back in her lab, Bora showed him images while her machine recorded his brain activity. First, pictures of fruit and vegetables, then cooked meat. Finally, images of living animals, some cute pets, some farm animals raised for food. The results surprised her. Your brain reacts with pleasure to both plants and meat as food, she said. But you also respond with positive feelings to living animals, even the ones your species eats. Of course, Professor Doe said. Many humans keep animals as beloved, pets but still eat other animals. It's a contradiction we live with. That evening, Bora received an urgent message from the Galactic Council. A group called the Pure Plant Path was demanding that Earth be placed under quarantine. They claimed meat-eaters could never be trusted. They've released edited videos of human hunting and meat-eating without any context. Her assistant, Jin, told her. Fear is spreading through the Union. Bora felt frustrated. Her research was showing something much more complex than simple predator behavior. The next day, she visited a human home for the first time. Professor Doe had invited her to meet his family. She felt nervous as she entered their apartment. This is my wife Min, Professor Doe said, and our daughter Sue. The small human child stared at Bora with wide eyes. Bora's research had shown that human children were especially curious. Are you a plant person? Sue asked. Sue. Min looked embarrassed. That's not polite. It's fine, Bora said. Yes, my people only eat plants. We've never eaten anything that could feel pain. I have a pet rabbit, Sue said. I would never eat him, but Dad says some people eat rabbits. How do you decide which animals to eat and which to love? Bora asked, genuinely curious. Sue thought hard. I don't know, it's confusing. Yes, Bora agreed, it is confusing. During dinner, Bora watched how the family interacted. The parents made sure Sue ate her vegetables before having dessert. They talked about their day. They showed care for each other in small ways, touching hands, smiling, listening. The meeting room on the human space station had plants and flowers all around, something the aliens liked. The human leader, Ambassador Kim, smiled as he welcomed them. We are happy to have you visit Earth, Ambassador Kim said, pointing to a table full of food. We have brought foods from all over our world for you to try, not so different from her own people despite the meat on their plates. Later, Professor Du showed Bora his family pictures. Humans have always lived in groups, he explained. Even when we were hunters, we shared food and protected each other. Maybe that's the key, Bora said suddenly. Your hunting past didn't just make you predators, it made you cooperate. She thought about early humans hunting large animals. They needed to work together, plan ahead, communicate, share. The same skills needed for hunting, she began. Helped us build civilization, Professor Doe finished. That night, Bora sent a message to the Galactic Council. She needed more time for her research. The truth about humans was not as simple as dangerous meat-eaters. Something in their evolution had turned predator instincts into something else, something that might even be valuable to the galaxy. As she looked out her window at the city lights, Bora wondered what the Council would decide, and what would happen if they made the wrong choice based on fear rather than understanding. Bora was working in her lab when the emergency alert sounded. All screens switched to show a large human ship floating in space. It wasn't moving and parts of it were damaged. The Sunrise Colony ship has been attacked, said the news voice. 5,000 humans are stranded without enough power to reach their new world. Professor Doe rushed into the lab, his face worried. Have you seen the news? Just now, Bora said. What happened? Someone damaged our colony ship. Now it's stuck near Proxima Centauri. His voice shook. And Union ships are blocking anyone from helping them. Bora couldn't believe what she was hearing. The Union is stopping rescue ships? They say they're afraid of what hungry humans might do. Professor Du looked at her with pain in his eyes. They think we'll start eating other thinking beings. That's not what my research shows at all. Bora's skin turned dark blue with anger. Humans don't see other thinking species as food. She quickly checked her messages. Captain Tay had sent her an urgent note. The Pure Plant Path group has claimed they damaged the human ship. They call it necessary protection for the galaxy. The Council is now meeting to decide if all humans should be kept away from other worlds. This is wrong, Bora said. I need to talk to the Council directly. Within hours, Bora and Professor Du were on a fast ship to the Union meeting place. As they traveled, they watched more news. Human rescue ships were moving toward their stranded people, but Union military vessels were stopping them. The colony ship only has food for 2 more weeks, Professor Doe said quietly. 5,000 people, including many children. When they arrived at the huge Union ship where the Council was meeting, things had gotten worse. Human military ships were now facing the Union blockade. Both sides had weapons ready. We need to stop this before someone starts shooting, Bora told the guards at the Council door. I have important research about humans they need to hear. Inside the grand meeting room, Council members from 30 different plant-eating species were arguing loudly. Bora saw Captain Tay trying to speak, but few were listening. The Council recognizes xenobiologist Bora, said the lead Council member Day. Everyone became quiet. Honored Council, Bora began. I've spent months studying humans up close. Yes, they eat meat, but they've developed strong moral rules about what they will and won't eat. They never eat thinking beings. How can we trust that? Asked one Council member. If they're hungry enough, their predator nature will take over. Professor Du stepped forward. Our history shows otherwise. Even in our worst food shortages, humans have not turned to eating each other or other thinking beings. The Council members muttered among themselves. Many seemed unconvinced. Then explain why humans have weapons on their ships right now, pointed at our blockade, said another Council member. To protect their people, Bora said. The same instinct that once made them hunt now makes them protect those who need help. Suddenly, all the screens in the room lit up with an emergency signal. Captain Tay rushed to check the message. There's been an accident at Research Station 12, he announced, his voice tight with worry. The dangerous animals they were studying have escaped. The station workers are trapped. Bora knew Research Station 12. It was where the Union studied dangerous life forms from many worlds. All the workers there were from plant-eating species who had no experience with predators. How many people? Council Leader Day asked. 300, Captain Tay replied. Mostly scientists and their families. The station's security team is hiding. They don't know how to fight the escaped animals. Professor Doe stepped forward again. Let humans help. This is exactly the kind of danger our evolution prepared us to handle. The council room grew quiet as everyone looked at him. You would help us? Council Leader Day asked. Even while we block your colony ship? Yes, Professor Doe said simply. Because that's who we are. Bora looked at the worried faces around her. This is what I've been trying to tell you. Humans' hunting past gave them skills to face dangers that terrify our people. They understand. Predators because they once were predators. Council Leader Day thought for a long moment, then nodded. Very well. We will accept human help at the research station. He looked at the other council members, and I propose we pause the blockade of the human colony ship while we reconsider our position. As Bora and Professor Doe hurried to contact Earth for help, she wondered if this crisis might actually help both sides understand each other better. Sometimes, she thought, you need to see someone at their best to stop fearing the worst about them. 1 year later, Bora stood before the full Galactic Council. The great meeting hall was packed with leaders from all 30 plant-eating species. On one side sat a small group of humans, including Professor Doe and Captain Sue. Today we vote on whether Earth will join our union, announced Council Leader. First, we will hear the final report from xenobiologist Bora, who has studied humans for over a year. Bora stepped forward, feeling the weight of this moment. Her work would help decide if humans would be welcomed or feared by the galaxy. "Honored Council," she began. "When we first met humans, we were shocked that such an advanced species still ate meat. We feared this made them dangerous predators who might one day hunt us." Many council members nodded in agreement. The fear was still strong, but after a full year of study I can tell you this fear is wrong, Bora continued. Yes, humans evolved as part predators. Their ancestors hunted, but this hunting past shaped them in unexpected ways that actually helped them be better neighbors to us. She showed images on the large screens around the room. Humans building hospitals, humans rushing into burning buildings to save others. Humans protecting weaker species. Hunting made early humans work together. It taught them to plan, to communicate, to share. Most importantly, it taught them to protect their group from danger. Bora showed videos from the research station 12 rescue. We've now had 5 more emergencies where humans have saved Union lives. Each time they face dangers that terrify our people, using their predator understanding to protect, not harm. And the older council member named June spoke up. But they still eat meat. How can we trust beings who consume other animals? Many humans are changing that, Bora explained. In the past year, half of all humans working with the Union have chosen plant-only diets to make us more comfortable. But even those who eat meat follow strict rules about what they will or won't eat. They never eat thinking beings. It's still disturbing, June muttered. Professor Du stood up. May I speak? When Dai nodded, he addressed the council. We understand your discomfort with our diet. But consider this. The same evolution that gave us meat eating also gave us the ability to change our behavior through culture and ethics. We once hunted with spears. Now most of us get food from stores and feel sad when animals suffer. He walked to stand beside Bora. We're still changing, still growing, but our protective instincts remain. We want to use those instincts to help. Make the galaxy safer for everyone. Council Leader Day thanked them both, then called for the vote. Bora waited nervously as each council member registered their choice. Finally, Day announced, by 23 votes to 7, Earth is accepted into the Galactic Union. The humans in the room smiled with relief. Captain Sue shook hands with several council members who came to congratulate them. 6 months later, Bora visited the new Human Union Training Center on Earth. Here, humans were teaching Union species how to handle dangerous situations, while Union teachers were sharing their knowledge of peaceful cooperation. Captain Sue, now Commander Sue, showed Bora around the facility. We've already trained 5 mixed teams, she explained. Each has humans and members from plant-eating species working together. How is it working? Bora asked. Better than we expected, Sue said. Your people bring patience and cooperation, skills. We bring the ability to face danger. Together we're stronger than either would be alone. The light sail ship of the Galactic Union entered Earth orbit, shining in the sunlight. Inside, Bora checked her breathing mask and looked at her notes about humans one last time. Are you sure about this meeting? Asked Captain Tay, his leaf-like, hands shaking slightly. These humans only just learned to talk across the stars. They have grown very quickly, Bora said, and everyone on the council voted to invite them. They watched as a mixed team practiced handling a mock emergency. A human led the way into a dark room, while his plant-eating partners provided support and planning. Next month, the first mixed crew will take a ship to explore an uncharted system, Sue continued. Something we would have done alone before, but now we do together. Later, Bora met with Professor Do and his family for dinner at their home. His daughter Sue, now a year older, was excited to show Bora her school project. It's about the Union species, Sue said. I'm learning all about how you live and what you eat. And what have you learned? Bora asked with amusement. That just because someone is different doesn't mean they're scary, Sue said wisely. Mum says that's the most important lesson. Min smiled at her daughter. The children are adapting fastest of all. Sue's class has 3 Union children in it now. They don't seem to notice the differences that worry us adults. As they sat down to eat, Bora noticed something interesting. The humans had prepared 2 separate meals, plant foods that everyone could eat, and a small amount of meat just for the humans. But Professor Doe's plate had only plants on it. He noticed her looking. "I decided to try the plant-only diet," he explained. "Not because I had to, but because I wanted to understand your perspective better. And we still make him cook meat for us sometimes," Min added with a laugh. Outside the window, Bora could see the lights of the city, where humans and Union species now lived and worked side by side. There were still challenges, still moments of misunderstanding, but each day brought new connections. "I think this is just the beginning," Bora said. "Who knows what we'll learn from each other in the years to come?" "To new understandings, Professor," Doe said, raising his glass. "And new friendships," Bora replied, raising hers to meet it.